live your best life.
Alright, so I'm just going to read some notes that I have. Different people. I've been in a bunch of groups, Joe Dispenza groups, spirituality groups, Bashar, Gabor Mate, Michael Singer, all kinds of Facebook groups, and I like to help people with their questions that they post. I also have my own group, the Liable Movement. You can follow us at the Facebook group, but we're on every social media as well. So I'm just going to answer a question that I already answered on the group, but I want to put it in video format and explain it a little bit farther if I can. So the question itself was about being uncomfortable during meditations, mostly legs cramping or falling asleep and such, so it kind of distracts you from your meditation. And I said that my answer would be a combo of what I was seeing in the comments and everything. Is just that like, you either want to lay down, but I wouldn't really recommend that because you tend to fall asleep pretty easily when you're laying down and meditating, which destroys the point of meditation. You don't want to fall asleep during it. And that, or you could find a comfortable sitting position with your legs not crossed. You could sit back up against a chair like this with your, either like in an actual chair with your feet down. Comfortable chair like this would be cool. Or I know at Joe Dispenza's retreats, he also just has kind of regular chairs, and he tells them to sit up at the edge of their chair like this with their back straight and your feet on the ground, obviously. I guess the only issue I'd have with that is like maybe your neck or your shoulders or your back kind of gets uncomfortable, so perhaps having some sort of backing, some sort of comfortable chair or backing to help you out there would be nice. But again, I don't know, you don't want to be too comfortable because you don't want to fall asleep, but at least being propped up would give you a better chance of not falling asleep than laying down all the way. So that's one option, obviously. And another one is to actually keep doing the lotus pose, keep having your legs crossed, but this time trying to get past and not care that your legs are falling asleep, because like that's kind of part of meditation itself. And these, what do they call them? Concentration meditations, where you're just trying to kind of empty your mind and forget about everything, try to basically leave your body. So by being tested with your legs being uncomfortable, that could be another way to dive deeper and to overcome the body with the mind. So it might actually be worth trying to continue to have meditations in a lotus pose that you know your legs are going to get, they're going to fall asleep or they're going to get uncomfortable. I'm not sure if you could really get past itches. When I've tried to just tune out an itch, it's never really worked for me. It seems to just kind of get worse and worse, but I think it's kind of the same thing. That I think you might be able to actually get past it and just like finally, like, it's going to get worse and worse. Like, oh, I just want to itch really bad, or like my legs hurt, but or my neck or my back. But I think there is this like this plateau that like drops down eventually after you hit that like most uncomfortableness. You're eventually just like, oh well, screw it, like it doesn't matter, like I'm just gonna get lost in my mind or lost in the cosmos. So I would try either one of those two. Basically try to overcome the distraction of your body if you're like in a lotus pose, or just become more comfortable with a better position, but try not to be so comfortable that you're not going to fall asleep. So those are my main two pieces of advice for being like, for that kind of question, those kind of issues within meditation. And another thing is really like the biggest thing is just try to have fun with meditation. If you're going into it with the mentality of this is work, this is hard work, I don't want to do this, then yeah, I mean, it's not going to be as great as it could be if you just kind of let it go and just try to be in it and just enjoy it and see this as a date with yourself. See it as a beautiful thing to be doing instead of something that like, yeah, I heard I'm supposed to do this, so I'm just gonna do it, but I don't really want to do it. Like, don't do anything if you're feeling that way. I wouldn't even be creative or follow your passions if you're not into it. For these, like when I'm making YouTube videos, like I don't want to do it if if I'm in this like, oh, I don't want to do this thing, like that's gonna make a horrible YouTube video, you know. And same with writing or painting or anything, any kind of creative outlet. Transition yourself into a higher vibe and into more passion for it than fighting through it and try to get something done while in a low vibe. Like you'll just be so much more efficient by changing your vibe first than trying to fight through a low vibe and hoping to come up with good work. And it's just not going to work as well. So that's what I would say for anybody who's having complications or issues within meditation. Just try to shift it a little bit, and you know, maybe either make it a challenge, make it more comfortable, or just try to shift the mentality behind it in general. I think those three things, whichever one works for you the best, I would take those. That should really help with your meditations and even breath works, maybe hypnosis as well. So yeah, that's a wrap for now, and I'll be answering a bunch more questions this way, reading some notes that I've written or even comments that I've posted for people, putting them in video format for you guys so the world can see them more instead of just a group. So, all right, well, hope you all live your best life, and I will see you guys soon.
Thank you with all of my heart for watching. Subscribe to explore more spiritual techniques, inspiring interviews, and powerful meditations. Let's grow together. I'll see you next time.